think it's recording. Okay, it's recording now. We got about a minute. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the link to my slides. I'm also going to post it at the end of the presentation too. All right, it's about 2 o'clock. I'm going to paste that again. All right, so that's just the link to the slides. I'll post it again, like I said, at the end of the video, but it's 2 o'clock. I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Zach Baudoin. I am the Ready one-to-one coach at Rowlett High School. Before I had this position, I taught chemistry and physics at Naaman Forest High School. And today we're going to be talking about embeds in Canvas. And this, I don't remember what the name of the session was on the website. I don't know if they thought my name was too suggestive or something, but originally I called it Getting in Bed with Canvas, and then they changed it, I think. But that's okay. It's neither here nor there. All right, so why should we embed? Okay, well, embeds, okay, they are living most of the time. All right, so they can update live, and I put a little asterisk there because the nature of Canvas, if I update something live, yeah, it was don't sleep on Canvas embeds. If you update something, you might have to refresh your Canvas page, but it's not like you have to create a whole new image and things like that. There are some unofficial integrations that I'll show y'all, and it's easy to access for students, and most of the time they don't have to leave Canvas if you can successfully embed things. So there's less tabs, less getting lost, hopefully. All right, so what can we embed? All right, today I'm going to show y'all how to embed Google Slides. This was a big push, at least I tried to make it here, because there was this whole big thing about we wanted everybody's Canvas to look the same so students know how to find stuff. So people wanted a homepage. Bitmoji classrooms were all the rage, so we're like, oh, you should make a Bitmoji, classroom on your Google slide, embed it, and it would be like your whiteboard, like you write your agenda and things like that on there. I'm going to talk about FET, gizmos, and quizzes, how you can kind of unofficially embed them, and then also unofficial apps using the redirect tool. Okay, so Google Slides, okay? This is the one where it has an official embed code, okay? Now, the steps to do this is find a Google slide you like. So we talked about Bitmojis, and so I'll show you my little Bitmoji classroom I made. You're gonna do File, Publish to Web, copy the embed code, and then either on a page or an assignment in Canvas, you're going to find the little, God, it shrunk down, this little symbol, and then paste it in, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. So I have my Bitmoji banner here. Okay, so I would go to File, Publish to Web. Okay, there's an Embed tab, and then I could copy this. Okay, now I'm going to go to my Canvas. I'm just going to add a page here. We're going to create a page and example 1. Okay, so now I have example 1. Okay, I'm going to edit this big text box here. You'll notice down here, is the HTML editor, that little symbol. And then we're just going to paste it in. Okay, now there's stuff within here that's really cool that you can change. But if you want to preview it, you can just click that symbol again, and it'll preview it for you. Okay, and then you would hit save when you're ready to do it. Now, like I was saying, in the code, so to speak, you can see the width and the height. You can change the width to, that's how many pixels it is, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But you could change it to 100% of the width. And you could change the height. If I usually do that, I usually up it by like 200 pixels, you know, and then go back. So you can see it's a little more to scale, maybe. Okay. Now you can also remove that navigation bar. Now this is extremely useful if, say, you have embedded like one of those Google Slides, you know, find me things, escape rooms where they have to click on certain things to get out. Well, that doesn't really work if they have a navigation bar. They can navigate it, right? You can remove the navigation bar, okay, if you add this after the 3000. I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to copy that. Oh, let me find that 3000. Okay, I'll hit save. And voila, no navigation bar. Now, I should be able to click it and go to the next thing. But I go to my Bitmoji and hide this or skip this slide. And again, you got to refresh it because it's not, that's why that little asterisk is next to live. Okay, I'm clicking, I'm using my arrows, it's not going to the next page. So just keep that in mind if you're using that type of activity. You have the skip slides and you have that little code to enter in after the 3000. Okay, now you're probably saying, well, Zach, you know, I know the rich text editor has that little button that I can use, the little Google Drive button. Why don't I do that? Okay, I'll show you the difference on this slide here, embed versus not. So this top one is using the embed. This bottom one is not, okay? So this bottom one used the little LTI button, okay? This top one did not. So it's just a little cleaner look, all right? So it's something to keep in mind. Okay, now, I guess I'll give y'all a minute to, do you have any questions on this? Y'all can give it a try. I built in a little time here. Oh, I'm muted though. Okay, we won't go the full 5 minutes, but I just want to pause for some questions. Thank you, Viviana, very much. Okay, so the skip slide, if you right-click on a slide, there's a skip slide button. Okay? So when in presentation mode, it'll just skip over that. Yeah. Awesome. Glad you like it. Glad you like it, Craig. Yes. Yeah, that's what we were doing. You could just duplicate a slide, you know, and then change the dates. And then you could even have all these slides. So if somebody was absent for a whole week, or, you know, your PLC or your principal, whoever's asking, they're like, well, what'd you do that week? Well, you're like, well, this was my, you know, my virtual whiteboard, and I have a whole record of what we did that week. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did towards the end of the year. I had a whole thing like this that I just duplicated, had the agenda. Every day I left the little menu at the bottom of it so that they could go through the pages. And
Right.
and the top one was the new one every day. And somebody was like, I don't know what we did. I said, it's right there for you.
Yeah, just got to scroll through it. Yeah. So all right, I'm just going to double check here. Okay. Now you know, though. Good to know. Good to know for the future. And as always, oh man, it stopped my timer. That's okay. You can always, if y'all didn't know, and this is kind of going off a tangent of the embed, you can link pictures and words to slides in your slideshow. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the first slide, the next slide. Let me scroll down anymore. But you can link it to other things. So you can have skipped slides, but you can have buttons that can take you to those skipped slides. So that's kind of how you do the hidden escape room type deals that are fun. Our French teacher did a really good one where he had little, it was like a whodunit thing, and then you had to go through like different areas of the park and talk to people. It was in French, of course, to figure out what the culprit was wearing. And then at the end, it was yeah, Ted Wallace. That's right. See him. Yeah. He, myself, and our librarian, she's no longer here, Miss Johnson. We all collaborated on that, so it was a lot of fun. There you go. Great ideas. Putting a calendar button and a Ready Hub button on the page. Of course, in my experience, I mean, I'm going to hate on Ready Hub for a sec. Just Ready Hub never works when I need it to work. So, okay. So it can be used as anything. Can be used with anything so long as there is an embed code. But what if it doesn't have an embed code, Zach? Okay, I'm going to show you. All right, we're going to use something called iframe generator. All right, so using iframe generator, and I have a link here in the slides. All right, looks like this. You can take pretty much any URL, okay, and copy it and embed it into your Canvas page. And I say pretty much, there are some things that don't work. I know Kahoot didn't work for me one time, but I'm a science teacher, okay? So I could embed a PhET simulation, okay, into this. And I'll show you an example of this in a second, but I just want to show you all how the iframe generator works. So we'll do assets and basics. It's great. I'm going to get this URL, copy, paste, generate. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to make an assignment this time. I'm going to say sample 2. Click on it. Edit. We're going to do the same thing in our rich text editor. We're going to click on the HTML editor, put this in here. You can change the width or the height if you want. But there we have a PhET simulation in here. So I could include a worksheet, okay, using the student annotation. So if you have a worksheet for this saved on your Google Drive or saved on your computer, you could upload it, or you could attach a link to it here, and so on. And I'll show you, I created some of those. I'll show you what they look like, so on and so forth. Of course, let me just hit cancel. We'll give it a shot here in a sec, Luis. We'll give it a shot here in a sec. So this was my PhET. Okay, so This is my Fed assignment that I've used, you know, I have a Google Doc of it, so I've used Google Assignments. Okay, it says open the attached doc, follow the instructions, use the simulation. So here we have, you know, oh, there it is. They can find the pH of blood, all the good stuff. Soda. Okay, and then when they want to access the document, they would click it here. I actually like the next one a little bit better. Okay, this is where I embedded a gizmo. Okay, same way. So I used the iframe generator. Okay, hit launch gizmo. Now I don't have the paid version, but here it is. They can interact with it. Okay, and then I use the student annotate. So let me go into student view. So launch the gizmo, hit start the assignment, and here is my paper right here. And this is, you know, they can, can't find my little scroll bar. Okay, there we go. And so they could type in here. You know, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so very cool. At least I think it's useful. That way they stay in Canvas. Everything's right there for them. No, okay, so funny you mentioned that. So I made this presentation back in April or May, and I did the embedded FET with Google assignments. And I think in May, they released the student annotation method. And with student annotation, you can upload files from your computer. So if you have them in your drive, it's just a simple matter of downloading them, right? So you could download it and then upload it. Okay. So I guess the benefit with ClassKick is you can, as the teacher in ClassKick, you can see everybody's screen and what they're working on, if that makes sense. Correct. Correct. To my knowledge, in Canvas, they have to submit it before you can view it. But I could be wrong on that. The student annotation is super new. Okay, so I believe Luis was asking about Khan Academy. So we have, I think this is the part where I pause. Let's see. Oh, let me show y'all one other thing too. Okay, so say I had a quizzes, which I did. I want them to use quizzes, or I have a quizzes I want to give them. Okay. Oh no, did it die? It must have died. Maybe I can edit it. We'll use iframe generator. You'll just have to bear with me for 1 sec. I didn't know my game expired. Come on. Actually, I should have a game going, I thought. Yeah, I got one here. All right. I'll get the share link. I'll put it in my iframe generator. Generate, copy it, go to my assignment, get rid of all that. Save. Okay. And then they can just double check it on student view. Zoom attempt. Sorry, the volume button's not there. Okay. So you can embed things like that. Now it's not going to import the grade. Okay. And I'll talk about something else in a second to where it might be easy to access grades. All right. But we were going to look at, I believe, Khan Academy. I think Khan Academy I did try and it didn't work, but I'm gonna try. Let's try this. Because this is the point in, I would say, now you try. So I'll give you all a little bit to try. I'm going to try to do this. It's been a sec since I've logged into Khan Academy. Man, they're really asking for money. I want to say I tried it and it didn't work, but oh. Let me click on that. That's not a good sign. Yeah, this refused to connect. And that sometimes happens with things. But okay, do you have any questions on the iframe generator end of things? It works with most things, but like I said, there are some things like Khan Academy it didn't work with. Let me try something. My last presentation was over ClassKick. And I want to say I tried this as well, but we'll give it a shot. So it has to be that special embed code. That's why we're using that iframe generator. You could just do a link in the rich text editor. And I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm speaking gobbledygook. All right. So this right here is called the rich context editor, I think, the RCE. Okay. You could just add a link to Khan Academy in here. Where'd it go? I must have already gotten off of it. You could just add a link. Just like that. And then when they click it, it would take them to wherever the link is. But the embed is right here. So the link, the idea of embeds is it stays in Canvas. It won't take them to a separate page. If that makes sense. The iframe generator is supposed to generate a frame where that website will load, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it refuses to connect. Okay, so I was going to try to embed this. Let's see what happens. There you go. You could do a class kick, just like that. It's possible, Luis. I haven't signed into Khan in a long time. But it could be done. And so here we would have the class kick right in there. You may want to change the width, like I talked about in the code, to 100%. There you have it. All right. Oh, I probably talked too long on this one. All right. Now, you have any questions on iframe generator stuff before we go on to the last little bit? I didn't unintentionally. This was originally my quizzes assignment. I believe I tried Kahoot when I first made this, and it didn't like it. Yeah, I want to say Kahoot didn't work. I want to say Khan didn't work because I want to say I tried it, but like I said, it could just be that I wasn't logged in correctly. Try it one more time here. All right. Yeah, I want to say Khan Academy. Something. There's some sort of block there. Yeah. I don't know. But those are the only big ones I can think of. The last thing I'm going to show y'all is the unofficial integrations using the redirect. There may be through their YouTube channel, Luis, or redirect. Okay. So, like I was saying, unofficial integrations using the redirect app. Okay, so right here, okay, as far as I know, there's no official ClassKick Canvas app, right? But here I have ClassKick over on the side here as one of my pages, and I also have this right here. Okay, so how did I do that? Okay, so I got the URL of my choice. I went to settings in Canvas, clicked on apps, searched for redirect, added the app, named it, pasted in the URL, and I clicked show navigation, and then I unchecked force in a new tab. So I'll walk you through those steps. So here I have, do I have ClassKick on this one? I do have ClassKick on this one. Let me go to one I don't have ClassKick. Okay. Don't have ClassKick here. So I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go to apps. And then I'm going to look for redirect. And it's this little arrow. Okay, I'm going to hit add app. And I'm going to name it. I'm going to find the URL. So I don't necessarily want this one because this is linked to a specific assignment. But maybe I want just that assignments page. Okay, now force open in a new tab. I'm going to uncheck that one. I'm going to do show in course navigation. Okay, I'll refresh my page. And you can see down here I have ClassKick now. Okay, and then here's my ClassKick. So if I had my students sign into ClassKick, they could access this, and this is where they could see, a list of assignments that are assigned to them. Okay, now there's other things like, let me go back to my test class here. Quizzes. Okay, quizzes, there's no official integration, but I could go to here, and this would be an easy spot where I could see my reports, or if I wanted to search for things, okay? This would be more for the teacher side of looking at things than for the assigning of students, okay? And when I made that redirect, apps, redirect, okay, the force open in a new tab, you could leave that checked. It's just whenever they click on that in the course navigation, it's going to open up a new tab, which is kind of against the idea of what my training was going for. I'm not against it per se, but just to kind of throw that out there. Okay, so uses, it could be quick access for the teacher. It can house everything in Canvas. Okay, so the Edpuzzle one, if you have to go into your Edpuzzle account, your profile, and you click on your name, then you click on school, and then down at the bottom there's an LMS. You pick Canvas, and it'll give you those things, even in the free version of Edpuzzle. Yeah, and I can. Give me 1 sec. I did an Edpuzzle presentation earlier today. That's my Edpuzzle presentation earlier today, and it talks about how to integrate it into Canvas. But now, this is where I would give y'all time to try to use those tools. I'm going to go ahead and post this presentation to y'all as well. So the bottom one was today's this presentation. And the one above that was my Edpuzzle from previously, just to help Miss Megan there.
Zach, I have a question really quick. You said having using the redirect app tool is and having it there is best for teacher quick access, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would you suggest then hiding it for your students to see, or if it's there for them, can they look at their list of assignments, or you're not sure?
I'm almost certain if they have an account,
okay,
and they click on it and sign in, then it will show them theirs. Now, the other day I did run into an issue. I clicked on my quizzes here, and it was giving me like a you're logged out error, an error type deal. Let me see if I can replicate that. Hold on. Let me find where to log out here. All right, let's try it. So if I go here, continue with Google, it gave me this. But if I go here, I logged in. So you just might have to tell your students that if you were wanting to use it to where they can see a list of their assignments, you might have to tell them in another tab, you got to do this. And then whenever I refresh, it pulls it up in Canvas.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
No problem. It's just like a weird roadblock I noticed the other day. But yeah, I would mainly use it just for teacher use. And even if you're showing other teachers this, they run into that roadblock, they might get a little frustrated too. But if they know how to get around it, then yeah. Now, Kahoot, I think I told y'all Kahoot didn't work. Well, I guess you could do just where you want to put in the game pin. Like you could have that on the on your course navigation if you use Kahoot a lot. So you could just throw up the Kahoot game pin, and then they can click on Kahoot on their Canvas and then enter in the game pin, and they're playing in Canvas. So one less tab they have to have open. Kahoot library. This is one I think it wasn't working unless I clicked open a new tab. So yeah. Ooh, I haven't tried Blooket. Let me see. Since we have time. I'll also post, did I post the attendance for y'all? I'm sorry. There's the attendance if anyone's antsy. I look at what? Okay. Now I wonder if I could always do the dashboard, but I'm wondering if you could do. I wonder if let's try this. I'm more curious about iframe generator. Let's do words. Okay, so Book It should work as an individual assignment. I'm not too certain what the student side of the dashboard looks like. It looks like this or not. But you could make Book It a course navigation. Yeah, the iframe thing is really cool.
Zach, just so you know, the student side is like all their statistics and how many, I don't know, Blookits they've earned and all that. So it looks totally different.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so maybe it could work if you just do Bookit.com dashboard. I mean, they would have to sign in. So I wonder if I do like that, do the redirect. Maybe I don't want the login there. Well, the play would be where they would enter in their code. So, I mean, it appears in here. Whether or not how it goes on the student side, you know, I don't have students to test it on. Trial and error. So I was telling someone today, it's, you know, let them know you're experimenting on it. But if y'all have any questions for me, let me know. Y'all are awesome at asking questions. This has been a really fun one. I was really kind of worried about this one being boring, but y'all made it a lot of fun. The attendance link is in the chat. I'll post it again if anybody logged out, logged back in. I saw somebody leave and come back. So very cool. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming to my session. It was really great. Hey, if you need me, I'll put my email in the chat if you'll need it. Let me see. Feel free to email, ask questions. Yes, I can get you the link to the slides again. Anytime, anytime. Must be, must be. I don't know. Maybe we talk slower. Thank y'all. Good luck in the school year. Have a great last session as well. Anytime, anytime. Happy to help. Actually, gotta find out where I'm supposed to go today. Bye, Chandra. Have a good day.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Shannon. Have a good day. You there, Emily, or are you just one of our students? There, but not there.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm doing an email. I'm putting together Ranger orientation. So
Ah,
I'm doing an email. So I'm here. Here I am. See, I'm here. Hi. I'm in Indiana. I'm a parent. So.
yeah, you told me that.
I fly back on Saturday and then have to be in school Monday. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I went to Asheville, North Carolina, and got back Sunday. And then I had to go back to work on Monday.
That's crazy. Yes, it's nuts. I've been here since the 29th of June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I've been here for quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit. I had a funeral and then at the beginning of it, and then my mom had surgery at the end of it. So I was just like, I gotta just stay.
Oh, man. Sorry
for a really long time. All right. Well, have a good school year.
You too. Let me know if you need anything. I'm sure I'll see you at some
I will totally. 100%. 100%. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.